Hello, and welcome back to another episode in Hermann Hesse's story, Augustus. This is the fourth section. Should be on a Thursday. And today we have Sierra joining us. Sierra, you want to say hello?
Hello.
Great. All right. So as we've done before, I'll read the sentences out loud, and Sierra will repeat after me. And please read along with her to get a sense of the flow and the sound and the pronunciation. And then I'll ask questions, and she will answer them and try to imagine in your own mind what the answers are, so we can break down the meaning of the sentences, and you yourselves can understand how to deconstruct these marvelous, sometimes poetic prose kinds of sentences. Okay, so let's see. Can you see my mark here? It's the orange color.
Yes, I can.
All right, great. So here we go. Und wenn es dunkel zu werden anfing, everybody.
Und wenn es dunkel zu werden anfing
Und die Frau Elisabeth allein in ihrem Fenster saß
und die Frau Elisabeth allein in ihrem Fenster saß
und ihren toten Liebsten trauerte,
und ihren toten Liebsten trauerte.
Okay, let's go up to that. Right up to that point. Okay. So this is actually a very long sentence. It goes, my gosh, it goes all the way up to here, more than 2/3 the way through this small little paragraph that we're looking at. So we'll just go step by step. So you have a lot of this is actually the main verb of the sentence, dann machte, because if you have wenn or wenn can be either when or if, and that would introduce a subordinate clause. So let's see. Up to here, where's the verb complex, Sierra?
Werden anfing, or
Yeah.
zu werden anfing?
Yeah, including the zu werden anfing. Yeah. So this is from anfangen, to begin. Actually, fangen means to capture. So anfangen, to begin, to start capturing some idea. You might think of it that way. So it began to become, and so this would be, and when it began to become dark, and then up to here, where's the verb next, Sierra?
Saß.
Yeah. Again, with subordinate clauses, the verb will always come at the end of the clause, and the lady Elizabeth sat. We have to bring the verb earlier up in English, obviously. Sat alone at her window, and up to here, where's the next verb?
Trauerte.
Trauerte, for trauern, to mourn. So this is also a past tense verb. These are all past tenses. And mourned for her dead beloved, meaning her husband, who, as you remember from the first section, through some misfortune, died shortly after their wedding. Going on. Oder an ihr kleines Kindlein dachte. Everybody?
Oder an ihr kleines Kindlein dachte.
Und ins Träumen geriet.
Und ins Träumen geriet.
Okay, so all these subordinate clauses sort of building up to the main sentence here. Where's the verb? There are two verbs here in that section.
Dachte and geriet.
Yeah, where does dachte come from?
Denken.
Denken, good. A strong verb with a vowel change, so here she thought. And geriet from geraten, to fall into. And this ins, what is this a contraction for?
In das.
In das, yeah. And here's a infinitive made into a noun, which we call a gerund. So it means into dreaming, or so she mourned her beloved, or thought about her small little child. There's kleines, but this is also a line, which is a diminutive ending, so it's a double small. So on her small little child, and fell into dreaming. Then going on, dann machte der Herr Binswanger leise einen Fensterflügel auf. Everybody?
Dann machte der Herr Binswanger leise einen Fensterflügel auf.
This construction here of this paragraph is just amazing because it has all these subordinate clauses kind of building up or building up the landscape or the the view, the setting into which the main verb will then sort of enter and make a difference. Then let's see. So where's the verb complex in that sentence, Sierra? From Don.
Machte auf.
Yeah, and just let me erase this stuff in the top there. Okay, so we're right here. Then machte, that's right, machte auf, and this is a separable prefix. Machte just means to make, but aufmachen is to open. So machte auf, it opened. Then the subject is then Herr Binswanger opened. What sort of speech is this, Liza?
Adverb?
Yeah, this is an adverb. Exactly.
Adverb.
How he opened the window. He opened it he opened a Fensterflügel. Now this is actually the window casement. He opened very softly or quietly the window casement. And going on, und aus seiner dunklen Stube kam leis und silbern eine tröstliche Musik geflossen. Everybody?
Und aus seiner dunklen Stube kam leis und silbern eine tröstliche Musik geflossen.
Good. If you read any poetry of Hermann Hesse, you'll see just incredible uses of the adverb, which you'll see under sort of exhibited here somewhat. So where's the verb?
Kam geflossen.
Geflossen, yeah. So some verbs the verb kommen can take these past participles as adverbs. So how did it come? This is from fließen. It came floating, or it came flowing, you could say. It's from fließen. It came floating. So out of his dark room came floating. And what's the subject?
Eine tröstliche Musik.
Yeah, a consoling music. And here are two adverbs, believe it or not. So it just describes how they came flowing. They came floating lightly and in a silver way, or silbern. And then they give a simile here, going on, wie Mondlicht aus einem Wolkenspalt.
Wie Mondlicht aus einem Wolkenspalt.
This is a split or an opening of the clouds. And you know, like on a night, if you're walking out in the outside, and all of a sudden the clouds open and the moonlight shines through. That's the image that he's giving there. So this is really beautiful. Do you want to just recap going up from the very beginning, Sierra, and just translate slowly, and then just so we can follow you along?
Sure. And when it became to be dark, or began to become dark,
yeah,
and Lady Elizabeth sat alone on her window and mourned her dead husband or thought about her little small child, and fell into dreaming. Then Herr Binswanger quietly opened a window casement, and from his dark room came floating lightly and in a silver way a consoling music as moonlight from a cloud opening.
Great, okay. Pretty great stuff. Okay, going on. Hinwieder hatte der Nachbar an seinem hinteren Fenster einige alte Geranienstöcke stehen. Everybody?
Hinwieder hatte der Nachbar an seinem hinteren Fenster einige alte Geranienstöcke stehen.
Okay, sort of hinwieder, sort of in the same way, or um, in that's the sense of it, in the same way or in a parallel way. Hatte der. So where's the verb up to here?
Hatte stehen.
Yeah, and stehen can use this. The neighbor had standing simply, and what is the what is the direct object? What did she have standing?
Einige alte Geranienstock, the
Yeah, and I
geraniums.
said she. That was a mistake. It's he because it's the old man, the neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the other hand, the neighbor had standing on his back window some old geranium stems, and then what does the D refer back to here in the going on?
Back to the geraniums.
Yeah. Let's read this. Die immer zu gießen vergaß und welche doch immer grün und voll Blumen waren. Everybody?
Die immer zu gießen vergaß und welche doch immer grün und voll Blumen waren.
So this is a relative pronoun with its antecedent Geranienstocke, which he, and then where's the verb there?
Vergaß.
And add how do you add to that to complement the verb?
To gießen.
Yeah.
Vergaß zu gießen.
He forgot to. This is from vergessen, very close to forget. I mean, forget comes from vergessen, actually. And 35% of all the words that we use in English come from the German side, and 60% come from the Latin via French side, which he forgot to, which he always forgot to water, and then where's the next verb?
And waren.
Good. And which waren, nonetheless always green and full of blooms. And going on, where's the next verb?
Zeigten.
Yeah, they showed, in other words, all these flowers, never a wilted leaf, welkes Blatt. Going on, war sie jeden Tag in aller Frühe von Frau Elisabeth begossen und gepflegt wurden.
Weil sie jeden Tag in aller Frühe von Frau Elisabeth begossen und gepflegt werden.
So what does this Z refer back to?
Again, back to the flowers?
Yeah, these Geraniumstocke, exactly, yeah. Or no, I mean, more closely the flowers.
Okay, the blooms.
Yeah, definitely the flowers, yeah. While they, and then where's the verb complex?
Begossen und gepflegt werden.
Yeah, this whole thing. While they were, and the subordinate clause, the helping verb comes at the end. While they were watered and cared for. While they every day in the earliest in the day were watered and cared for by Frau Elisabeth. Let's see. You want to just translate from hin wieder down to the bottom because we did the first part before?
Sure.
And so we can follow along.
On the other hand, the neighbor had on his back windows some old geraniums, which he always forgot to water, and which nevertheless were always green and full of blooms, and never exhibited a wilted leaf. Since every day in the morning they were watered and cared for by Lady Elizabeth.
Great. Okay. So Thanks so much for tuning in again. And we actually timed about it the same, 14 minutes and 57 seconds. So thanks so much for listening, and hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.